Yantaya, Yakiantas, Lasientai, Yantaya, Yantaya, Kuntai, Siantaya, Lakiantas, Lakiantulia.
Welcome, my friend.
Yantaya kan, Ya, La, Siantuli.
It is good to speak to you again.
Yantala, Yantui Kianta, Siantaya, Kantaya sa.
Tell us more about that beautiful language that you speak.
Yantai. So the language is the language of the light, the language of the world of creation through sound, through being of the entire Quantas, Sianturia Chianta, Niantaya Lacantu.
And what can you tell those of us in this realm, in this world, about that language of sound and creation?
Yantaya, ya. So there are many different ways of using sound and using energies to create and see the reality that you wish to see before you. Deep Siantaya, Laquianta, Lakeantaya, Lakuntuyai, Siantaya, Viantaya, Nianturia, Sianta, Kiantiai, Ayantaya, La Siantu, Kiantaya.
And what message do you have for us here today on the surface of Earth?
See, you are all the light, and the light is of you. For there is no separation between Yantaya, Akuyanta, Siantaya, Kuntu, Diakanta, Kiantaya, Kuntulia, Sianta. We are those that you believe are Yaka. See, we are here. We been here. We are the all of the song of creation.
Tell me more about the all.
Yantaya Kyanta nine 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 of those that come from source are known as the all, yet all things come through and are part of the all.
And tell me more about how you are helping us on the surface of Earth at this time.
You and I are one, so we all work together within your realm and our realm. We are one.
Tell me more about how you work with us from your realm.
Yeah, we are what you would see as the writers and creators of various and immense work of soul here and beyond all you can see. We have placed ourselves within the creation. Yes.
And what message do you have for us today that can help us through this current time that we are in?
Yeah. These are times and these are days Yantari, Yantaya, we are the who will and can change the flow of this world. Yantai, Yantaya, Kantaya, Sa.
How do we change that flow of the world?
You are a part of the flow with all and all you have done. You have affected the energy in ways that it has not been affected on this realm for a very long time.
I want to thank you for coming through today. Are there any adjustments that need to be made to this one's physical vehicle through the use of toning?
Yes. Yes. Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
who is it that I am speaking with?
Yeah, it is I of the all.
Hello, it is good to speak with you again.
Yes, it is speaking with you is good for us too.
Can I ask you, what message do you have for us since the last time that we spoke?
Ah, yes. So these things begin to happen, but they have begun to happen inside you. They are not outside of you. These are things that have begun to occur inside your field and inside your bodies. These are the biggest changes that have happened since our last conversation.
Yes. And tell me more about these things that are occurring inside of us.
Yes. So the energies have begun to compress and compound themselves, and they have begun to grow inside of you. Although for many of you, some of this will feel uncomfortable, or this will maybe you will feel tired, but it is the energies that have been placed inside, and these energies have now begun to grow, and it is becoming faster, and it will become more and more powerful as your time continues.
Why is that it will grow more and more powerful? Tell me more about that.
Yes, so it is like any seed that is planted, that the seed will not begin to flower straight away. The flower takes many movements to become its form that you know as a flower. But if it were to happen all at once, it would be too much for the flower to, to take, and the flower would burn itself away. And we do not want our flowers to be burned away.
Yes. So this is a process that has many parts.
Yes.
And what can we be doing on planet Earth right now to help ourselves move forwards towards that point when we can flower?
Yes, so you are doing what you need to do to bring yourselves to this point. This journey you have taken yourself on, it is a very, very difficult but rewarding journey. And there will be times that you will feel that, why are you here? But the main point is that you are here. And because you are here, this enables us to change and affect certain parts of the reality that we could not do if you were not here and not part of it.
And so those of us who are in this reality to
Yes,
affect this change,
yes.
tell me more about the plan that we put in place to do this.
Ooh, okay. What can I say? So you know that as well as occupying this space here, you occupy many spaces within what you like to see as the great tree of the universe. And these spaces within the tree that you occupy, you have all been working together to complete and to bring yourself into this reality. So the whole tree of you and of the universe is working together to fulfill the plan that you placed yourselves in this realm to complete. So this plan is very complex. It is moving. It has flow that moves between the different threads of the plan. Um, it is not a simple thing to explain or a simple thing to carry out, which is why only some could come to this realm to take part in this great, great um, working to bring back the light to this reality.
And you say that it couldn't be everybody that would be able to come into this realm.
No.
Tell me more about what it is that was necessary, a necessary requirement for a being to be able to come into this realm at this time.
Yes, so when it was decided that this great working was going to be undertaken, then the call was made to many beings across all of the universes, and in between, a great call was made for assistance, and so many beings said yes to that call, that you could not have possibly fit all the beings inside the realm. So, Source Creator, directed by those of Source Creator, it was decided that the right pieces would be placed within the right part of the puzzles to achieve our plan. And that is why not all who wish to come here could come here. Although this plan is far reaching for those who have fingertips and their feet on the ground, there is also a multitude of energies beyond the realm also assisting in this great working.
Tell me more about them and how.
Yes, you know these beings, they are your friends, they are your guides, and we understand that this must be very difficult to see from another point of view. But when you leave this realm, even as you sleep, you always remember, you always come back to your friends that you struggle to remember in this waking life. But it is the normal reality for you to be within the realms of universes with your various selves. It is only when you come here that you may think that you are small and you forget that you are part of something that is so much bigger and grander.
Why is it that we do not remember, many of us, where it is that we travel to at night?
Yes, this is for many reasons. For some of you do. That is your way of accessing the multidimensional memories. Some of you have also chosen to do work in this space that you may not like to remember. This work may not be beneficial for you to remember in your waking state here. For your dream space, what you remember as you set up your next part of the story day by day. This could have what you may call a negative effect. For some of you, do very, very tough and, 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 and deep work within your dream space. So not all of you have chosen to remember or indeed remember all of these things at this moment.
Yes. And if you could give us some advice for this point in time that we are in now
Yes.
on the surface of Earth, with
Yeah.
everything that is happening in our world, what advice would you give to those of us who wish to raise our vibration and ascend?
Yes. So each one of you has set in place your own way of maintaining your vibratory level at the level that it needs to be at. But we would say to you that to use a description that the boat is moving and there is nothing you can do to stop the boat moving. So you can either hold on to the back of the boat and let yourself be dragged amongst the waves and the choppy waters, or you could perhaps stand on top of the boat where it'll be a little less choppy and it'll be smoother. Or we would say to some of you that you could even just stand on the side and watch the boat from afar, and then you would not be affected by its waters. But one way or the other, this boat is moving, and it is your perception of how you witness the boat or interacted with it that will help you on this journey. But you have already in many ways you've completed this journey. This is just a case of how you wish to perceive it. So some of you may want to dig deep in those waters and swim, and this will increase your vibratory level because you think, there's the boat. I know the boat is there now and I can follow it. Some of you will enjoy sitting on the boat. This will increase your levels because you think, well, at least I know I'm on the boat. But some of you may prefer to detach yourself completely and you can just watch this all play out. So it works differently for each person and each soul essence and energy because you are all one, but all different aspects of the one. So one solution might not necessarily suit another element of the one.
And can you give us a greater perspective on why it is at this moment in time that the boat is moving? Why is it now that this vibrational change is occurring?
Yes. So I suppose in many ways the boat has always been moving, but now it is a level that humanity can see the boat and even interact with the boat as it enters the final parts of its journey. But in answer to your question, this is a perception that humanity needed to reach this certain level of of awareness and we would use sound that you needed to tune in, or at least the main pillars needed to tune in to the new song of vibration. Although new is a strange word, for this song has no end, no beginning. It is just all and always has been. But this realm, this world has more accurately tuned out of this great song. So maybe you can now see the boat because you have begun to tune in to the original song of the universe.
How is it that we forgot that song? How did we forget the tune? What happened?
Yes. So this is I think one way to explain this is you have the all, yes, you have everything that it has ever been within the circle. You can think of it like a circle, and this is what we know. This is the universe. This is the different realities within it and the different densities. But when you take being out of the larger circle and this song, they hit the song, but they also used humanity to have its own song. So they they effectively they shut you off from the song, and they made made this world so distracted with other noises and other look here, look there, look here, look there. And this is a process that happened since people first arrive in this realm. So this is an illusion, and this world is an illusion to stop you from hearing the song. So the song has always been there, and as children, you know the song. The children, they know how to dance, they know how to move to the rhythm of the universe. But the more they are exposed to this tiny, tiny little box that has been very cleverly very cleverly separated, to use not such an accurate term, separated from the greater, that those who have grown up in the box, they do not even know what the song is.
Yes.
They
This,
didn't know what the song was. And the
this,
song and the information relating to the song was all jumbled up and inverted. You like the word inversion. This
yes.
reality is an inversion. It's an upside down, but that is in truth just even a small part of how this reality has been corrupted.
How do we bring that song back and make it so that everybody can hear it and it
Yes,
flows through this world as truth and it breaks away, it drowns out the other dissonant frequency?
yes. So this is what the plan is. The ultimate goal of the plan is to bring the song back. That bring the song back. That the elders and the indigenous tribes, they know the song. They have always worked with the song. Okay, but but they are not alone. There are people all over the world working with the song, and just because they do not announce it doesn't mean that they are not working on it. So there is always more going on that appears to be, and there's certainly more going on than appears to be presented in this reality. But I would remind you of the flowers growing in the garden, that if we expose them to this energy of the true song quickly, then we will burn the flowers out. And we did not come here to burn the flowers out, and that includes ourselves. You have the saying burnt out?
Yes.
Yes, so we do not want to burn out. But this is a very, very complex puzzle, which is why the all, along with the rest of the dimensions and densities, are working together on this grand um, working to trying to solve this. For it requires different levels of understanding at the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh. This situation, this is affected all of the dimensions. So this is not just a little problem that could be ignored by the all. And this reality is this is what you call the people who are unaware. They are unaware of their, their soul spark within inside them. But I would say many do. They just do not talk about these internal journeys that they experience.
And you say that this realm here and this distortion, how we have forgotten the song,
Yes,
that has spread to the other dimensions.
yes,
Tell me more about how it has affected the other realms.
yes. So everything is connected as a thread. And when you enter the dream space or you enter that reality, you'll see this from a higher level. So in order to stop the spreading of this, then this reality that you are here now, it had to be closed. For if it was not closed, then the infection would have spread into the other branches of the universal tree. So this has been a very tough journey for those on both sides. For they have, some of them have lost fragments of themselves within this creation that was shut off. And it has been going round and round and round and round. And there are many sayings on this realm that you lose a little piece of yourself, a chip off the old block, little things like this. Some people have had chips off their block stuck in this reality, going round and round and round and round and round. So because they are part of the universe and they have a chip stuck inside here, then it does affect them. And no amount of blocking of this reality can stop this darkness trying to spread. So this is required great effort on all parts of the universe. This is not a realm that has been forgotten about, although it must feel like that for some people. This is the ground, this is the heart, this is the earth, and this is why we must do what we need to do to lift this world beyond the constraints that have been placed upon it.
And so this place, this world has been quarantined for a long time.
Yes,
And the
that is correct.
and the portal system that used to work within Earth that would allow people to travel in and out
Yes,
has been closed down for that reason.
yes, that is correct. And there is, how you would say, no black and white. Some of these portals would close to stop the beings of a lower vibration from using them. But at the same time, some of these beings were not able to use such technologies, for it required a certain vibration. So much of this realm is destroyed, either because of jealousy or simply to make people forget. But
Yes.
more and more people, they remember this old world that doesn't seem quite so old.
And when we have remembered that song of the universe, that beautiful song of the universe, and brought that back en masse and anchored it into this space
Yes.
and changed the resonance, will
Yes.
that portal system open back up again?
Yes. Eventually, and hopefully soon, that will be the case. You see, this world was always connected to the other worlds. Humanity can just not remember this. You know, there were portals everywhere. It was part of the of the grand creation. So you have the creator, the source creator, yes?
Yes.
And source created what you would say the angels and the angelic realms. And then in legal source, the angelic realms created the realms below them. And this kept on going on like an infinite creation. And then we invented the creation, and you could call this the creation. So, so the creation was never meant to be a closed system, and all the other worlds and universes and places of being, you would be surprised. Some of them are not that different from Earth. The same old architecture, the same designs, because this is the design and this is the way of the source creator. It is just a perception trick that has fooled people from seeing what has been right in front of them, because they had to find a story that suitably inverted the truth of what was right before people's eyes.
Why is it that some beings want to invert things? Why is that necessary?
Yes, so at its most basic level, there are different types of energies, and all comes from source creator, and they call this polarities. And we come to experience polarities in certain worlds, not all, certain worlds. So you remember that somebody who thinks they are doing a good deed from the person on the other side of the polarity, they see them as doing evil. And these
Yes.
polarities have been stretched so far that these extremes have come to exist. In many ways, we are using these two different energies to create the friction to propel us out of this realm into higher vibrational states of being. So once again, it is never black and white. But these beings, let's just say that the dualistic forces between what is loosely termed good and bad, left and right, these forces used to be much closer together. There was not such polarity to do with them, but now they have grown very wide apart.
Yes. And what final message do you have to give us here on Earth at this time that we need to know that is going to help us to get through this?
Yes. So there are many things to come, although it seems like it is very quiet at the moment. There are many things to occur, but all should know that everything that occurs outside of you, you have to think, well, is this occurring inside of me as well? For we know that the outside affects the inside. You will have to be very strong, for the outside may appear to get very crazy and confused. And the more this begins to occur, the closer we are to what you may call a breakthrough. So I would say to all of those that are listening now, it is very important that you steer your own vessel. You must look after your own state of being, be it your energetic, auric, whichever bodies, and your state. You must look after your own vessel. For the energies will try and drag you in different directions. They will say, look at this, look at this. This is the key you've been looking for. This is what you've been looking for. But in actual sense, everything you've been looking for is inside of you. This is where the seed was planted, and this is where the energy grows. It does not grow outside, it grows inside of you. So the advice would be to remember this, and if you fall off course, do not worry, for you are the master of your own vessel, and you are being helped in ways that you may or may not be able to imagine. But you are the master of your own vessel, but you have a crew that is much, much larger than you could begin to imagine.
Thank you so much for coming forwards today. It has been an absolute pleasure to converse with you. Thank you for bringing forward your energy and your wisdom.
Yes, we are always pleased to